moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the New Orleans Saints. Mason Crosby of the Packers has it teed up, and off we go from Lambeau. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. Good running there by Kamara on first down as he takes this ahead for a gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
At the 26-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Jameis to throw it. Throw left side complete to Troutman. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Ready? Ready. 6-man. Check curls.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 16 yards there, 2 straight plays of 16 yards and another first down. Good job there. Pretty simple. The hole was created. Runner just darted right through.
Yeah, that's the kind of play teams are looking for to have some success early in a ball game. And if you're an offensive play caller, you mark that run down. Make sure you keep coming back to it throughout the game until they stop it.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
From the 36, Winston. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Rashawn Gary charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11. So now after the sack, Winston and the Saints needing to figure out what to do. Tough play, 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Blake Gillikin on the punt now on 4th down. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 at the 20. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. He gets this to Davante Adams. Touchdown! Davante Adams, 69 yards. And the Packers on just 2 plays have taken the lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, That should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. So they went for 2 and failed. They didn't use him on the PAT, but now he boots this one away with a 6-0 lead. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Ready? Black 25. Flip, flip, flip. Let's see what you got. Top up, top up, top up. Green, Timothy.
On 1st and 10, Winston. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he goes out right around the 39. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
From the 39, Winston. He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Winston to give, it's Kamara. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 47-yard line.
6-0 our score after 1. Coming up on 2nd and 7.
Watch the cut. Watch the cut. Check, 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 check. Watch the safety creep.
Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Here's Winston. Eluding the pressure right. That's complete to Troutman right side. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. From the gun, Winston. Open man is the tight end, Troutman. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 58 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. To throw is Winston. On the check down, he finds Kamara. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it in. It's Kamara. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Out is Lutz now for the New Orleans field goal attempt. This is less than an extra point, just a 19-yard attempt. And Lutz puts this one through. So a conservative decision there, but it does put him on the board.
And I know the players hate it and the coaches hate it, but sometimes you just got to take the points when they're there. Sometimes a field goal is pretty darn good.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. On the return, it's Taylor. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Here's Jones again on 2nd down. And give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And he's going to have the Packers first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Trying to lay one up deep. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Got a man, it's Tunyon. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Open man left side, it's the tight end, Tunyon. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And the Saints are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. And he's got room. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front. Completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Winston. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10. Winston now. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. A 10th carry for Kamara. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Winston. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
Final play of the half here, Winston. Flushed out right. He's going to fire one, corner of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. On the return, it's Taylor. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Second and 7. Now Rodgers. He hits Adams complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. A run with Jones on 1st down, not going to yield much. A yard tops. 2nd down coming up. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Man open. That's Marquez Valdes-Scantling. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
On play action, it's Rodgers. Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon. And down inside the 15 he goes. They go back to the ground with Jones. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll go again to Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Packers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. So now Rodgers will lead the Packers up to go for 2. Rodgers will throw for it. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know what I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense, right?
That's true. You've said that before. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. On the return, Deontay Harris. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 89 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. A give. This is Kamara. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains. Behind the chains, 2nd and 13. They'll try to throw now. Winston. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers 30.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off. But a nice game there for a first down.
Tackle made by Devondre Campbell.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Wide open receiver complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. It'll be first and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Again, Kamara able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half, you're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
And nothing get much better than this for an opportunity.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Saints have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. On the return, it's Taylor. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Again, it's Jones. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 64 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Rodgers going to give this one to Dillon. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Inside of 2 minutes remaining in a 2-point ball game. Accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Rodgers to throw. Throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
They got the completion, but they didn't get the first down. So you got to think if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you're pretty happy with what you just accomplished there.
Yeah, guy, like you said, got him out of bounds, stopped the clock, kept him short of the marker. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Rodgers. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Packers unable to pick up the first, and the Saints will have the football back. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A gain of 7 brings up 2nd and 3 at the 37-yard line.
2nd down and 3. Again, it's Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Winston. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers 37. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
At this stage, you've got to hustle. Got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. 3 yards remain for 2nd down. Here's Winston. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And they'll get him down right around the 16. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. So it all rests now on the right leg of Will Lutz. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. So it all rests now on the right leg of Will Lutz. He made his only attempt earlier. This for the win. And his kick is indeed good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So there was a little meat on that ball, a little more than a chip shot considering the circumstances, but he's able to bang it home in what should be the game winner.
And the key was getting him into a good position to kick from. I mean, if that's a 52-yarder, you're going to have some anxious moments, but kickers nowadays, you give them anything under 40, and they're automatic.
One final try now for Rodgers. He's going to let it fly. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And the Saints are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game.